Have you ever stopped to think that that warm sweater protecting you in winter began its journey on the back of a sheep? Well, isn't just a natural fiber. It's white gold that fuels a global industry worth over $3 billion. Every year, more than 1 million tons of wool are produced around the world, with Australia leading production, responsible for 25% of all global wool. But have you ever wondered how millions of sheep are sheared and their wool transformed into soft, durable fabrics? The journey begins on vast farms where entire flocks are carefully prepared for shearing. From there, the raw wool passes through modern factories where skilled workers and cutting-edge machines transform it into delicate yarns and, finally, into luxurious fabrics. Today, we will take you inside the fascinating world of wool production. We'll uncover the secrets behind this incredible fiber. All of that and more, right here in this video. Let's get started. Imagine yourself in the middle of a farm that stretches to the horizon, where thousands of sheep graze freely under the sun. Welcome to Australia and New Zealand, the kingdoms of wool production. The Merino breed is the absolute star of the industry, producing the finest and most valuable wool in the world. Each Merino sheep can produce between 10 to 18 kilograms of wool per year, with fibers so fine they measure only 15 to 24 microns in diameter. That's finer than a human hair. Sheep are raised on open pastures, feeding mainly on natural grasses. Modern farmers also supplement the diet with hay, silage, and specially formulated grains to ensure the wool grows strong, shiny, and uniform. The quality of feed directly influences the quality of the fiber. Throughout the year, sheep receive regular veterinary care, including vaccination against diseases, antiparasitic treatment, and health examinations. Farmers also perform the practice of mulesing in some regions, although this technique is increasingly being replaced by alternative methods due to animal welfare concerns. Wool grows continuously, and after 12 months, it's ready to be harvested. That's when the real magic begins. Shearing is one of the most important times of the year on a sheep farm. Generally performed in spring, before the weather gets too hot, shearing not only provides the valuable wool, but also keeps sheep comfortable and healthy. Before shearing begins, sheep are gathered in special pens. They must be dry. Wet sheep cannot be sheared, as moisture can cause mold in stored wool. The animals also go without food for 24 hours before shearing to reduce the risk of injury. There are two main shearing methods, manual and mechanical. Today, mechanical shearing dominates the industry. Professional shearers use specialized electric shears with sharp blades that glide smoothly across the sheep's skin, removing the entire fleece in a single piece, like taking off a coat. An experienced shearer can shear between 150 to 200 sheep per day. The process takes about 2 to 3 minutes per animal. The shearer holds the sheep in specific positions that keep the animal calm and allow access to all areas of the body. Starting at the belly, the professional moves systematically through the flanks, back, neck, and head. Shearing requires exceptional skill. The shearer must work quickly, but with extreme care not to cut the sheep's skin. Small cuts can happen, but experienced shearers minimize this as much as possible. Any injury is immediately treated with antiseptic spray. After shearing, each fleece, the wool from a single sheep, is carefully placed on a sorting table. Here, specialized workers remove low-quality parts, such as dirty belly wool or stained leg wool. The clean fleece is then rolled tightly, tied, and thrown into large wool bags called wool packs, which can contain the wool from up to 100 sheep. After collection, raw wool is transported to specialized sorting centers. Here begins the meticulous work of separating wool by quality, color, and fiber fineness. Experienced sorters examine each fleece manually, feeling the texture and visually evaluating. Wool is classified into different categories: superfine wool, fine, medium, and coarse. The finer the fiber, the more valuable the wool. After sorting, the wool goes through the washing process, called scouring. Raw wool contains about 30 to 70% impurities, including lanolin, dried sweat, dirt, dust, and vegetable matter. Industrial washing machines are impressive. Wool is fed into large tanks filled with hot water between 50 to 60 degrees Celsius and special detergents. The wool passes through a series of 4 to 6 washing tanks, each with progressively cleaner water. Rotating rollers and conveyor belts move the wool gently through the system. During washing, the valuable lanolin is recovered. This oily substance is refined and used in cosmetics, pharmaceutical products, and leather protectors. Nothing is wasted. After washing, the wool passes through huge centrifuges that remove excess water, followed by industrial dryers. The wool emerges clean, fluffy, and reduced to about 50% of its original weight. Now it's ready for the next phase of transformation. The clean, dry wool now enters the carding process, a crucial stage that transforms tangled fibers into uniform material ready to be spun. Carding machines are equipped with thousands of small wire hooks that move at different speeds. When wool passes between these rotating rollers, the fibers are pulled, stretched, and aligned in the same direction. The result is a thin, uniform web of wool that looks like a delicate cloud. Depending on the desired final product, wool can go through two different processes: woolen system. For coarser wools, carded fibers are transformed directly into slivers, thick ribbons of aligned fiber. This method is faster and produces bulkier yarns, perfect for sweaters and blankets. Worsted system. For fine wools, there's an additional stage called combing. Special machines with fine combs remove short fibers and remaining impurities, leaving only the longest and finest fibers perfectly aligned. This produces smoother and stronger yarns, ideal for suits and high-quality fabrics. Now comes spinning, the process of transforming these slivers into yarn. The fibers are fed into spinning machines that stretch and twist them simultaneously. Twisting is essential. It binds the short fibers into a continuous, strong, and uniform yarn. Modern ring spinning machines can produce incredibly fine and uniform yarns at speeds of up to 20,000 rotations per minute. Multiple spindles work simultaneously, each producing its own spool of yarn. For thicker or special yarns, two or more yarns are twisted together in a process called plying. This creates stronger yarns with interesting textures. Although natural wool comes in shades of white, cream, brown, and black, most is dyed to create the vast color palette we see in clothing and fabrics. Dyeing can happen at three different stages: in raw wool, in yarn, or in the final fabric. Each method has its advantages. To dye yarns, they are placed in large rotating drums or immersion tanks filled with hot water and dyes. Temperature is carefully controlled between 85 to 98 degrees Celsius. Dyes can be synthetic or natural, extracted from plants, insects, or minerals. The dyeing process takes several hours. Wool absorbs the dye gradually, and the color develops slowly. Special chemicals called mordants help permanently fix the color to the fibers, ensuring it won't fade with washing. After dyeing, wool is rinsed in cold water to remove excess dye, then centrifuged and dried. Rigorous quality control ensures each batch has exactly the desired color. Interestingly, some premium wools are kept in their natural colors and not dyed, being highly valued for their organic beauty. Now we arrive at the stage where yarn finally transforms into fabric. There are two main methods: weaving and knitting. Weaving. This is the oldest method, but still widely used. Modern looms are impressive machines that interlace yarns at right angles. Longitudinal yarns are held under tension while transverse yarns are passed through them, over and under, creating the fabric. Automatic looms can operate at incredible speeds, producing meters of fabric per minute. Computerized systems control complex patterns, creating everything from simple plain weaves to elaborate tweeds and plaids. Tweed fabric, for example, is created using different colored yarns in the warp and weft, producing the characteristic pattern and robust texture that makes it perfect for coats and jackets. Knitting. For products like sweaters, socks, and more elastic clothing, yarns are knitted instead of woven. Knitting machines use hundreds of needles that form interlinked loops, creating an elastic and comfortable fabric. Circular machines produce tubular fabrics perfect for t-shirts and socks, while flatbed machines create flat pieces for sweaters and cardigans. Some modern machines can even knit complete seamless garments. After weaving or knitting, the fabric goes through a process called fulling or felting. The fabric is washed in hot water and agitated, making the fibers contract and interlock more firmly. This creates a denser, warmer, and water-resistant fabric, perfect for winter coats. wool fabric now goes through the final finishing stages that determine its final characteristics. First comes brushing or raising. Special machines with rollers covered in wire teasels gently lift the surface fibers of the fabric, creating that soft, velvety texture characteristic of many quality wool fabrics. For some fabrics, especially those destined for suits, the opposite process is used: shearing. Rotating blades uniformly cut the surface fibers, creating a smooth and elegant surface. The fabric then passes through high-temperature steam presses. Under controlled heat and pressure, the fabric is stabilized, ensuring it won't shrink or distort after purchase. Special treatments can be applied. Moth-proof treatment, protection against insects that eat wool. Waterproof treatment, application of water-repellent products. Anti-shrink treatment, process that prevents shrinkage in washing. Superwash, makes wool machine washable. Each roll of fabric undergoes rigorous quality inspection. Inspectors examine meters of fabric on illuminated tables, looking for defects, color irregularities, or weaving flaws. Defects are marked, and the fabric is graded accordingly. Finally, the fabric is measured, rolled into large bolts, and wrapped in protective plastic, ready to be shipped to clothing manufacturers around the world. And so ends the incredible journey of wool, from a sheep grazing peacefully on an Australian farm to the elegant wool coat hanging in a luxury boutique. Each step of this process, from careful shearing to precise weaving, requires skill, technology, and dedication. The next time you wear something made of wool, remember the extraordinary journey those fibers made. Thank you for joining us on this fascinating discovery. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel to continue learning about the wonders of the agricultural and industrial world. See you in the next video.